Hey, what's up, guys? Hello and welcome. It's the grid time, baby. It's F. Dot and my esteemed co-host, the best in the business, the man with the plan, XX_ Demon Slayer Turtle XX.
I'm so glad you remember that. That is, I was thinking in my head, is he gonna remember my actual name? And I'm just proud of you, man. I didn't think you had it in you, F. Dot, but you did it. You came out today. You pronounced my name right, the Turtle Demon Slayer XX. You got it all letter by letter, perfect, bro. I'm proud of you.
I mean, that's what it's about, right? We're
That's
here.
right.
We're here. We're detail oriented.
That's right, baby.
We're about to climb.
That's what it's all about. But Alpine is back, boy. We saw week 1, week 2. You know, we started slowly. All right, week 1, the grid, it was a little bit rough. Week 2, we picked it up completely. We made it to playoffs, and now week 3. Is this our time, F. Dot? Is this the time for Alpine?
Absolutely. I mean, this is like you said. You walked us through week number 1. We went up to bat, and we didn't even swing. We just watched and we observed the types of pitches coming
in the crowd. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, just chilling, taking notes. And then week 2, we put our notes to a little bit of work, right? And we improved. Now, now we got to see, whatever that third step is. XSET is going to be our first matchup here, and this is a rival series classic.
That's right, baby. I mean, this is going to be something interesting because, like I said, week 1 and week 2, we were kind of getting things figured out, but then we come out week 3. We've got a team against XSET, and I don't know too much about these guys. I'm not going to lie. We didn't really see them in the prior weeks. They're a little bit of a mystery. I know Alphakep pretty well, but Alraz and Jpow, I know slightly a bit of their background. Definitely rival series players. Do you even recognize their names?
Yeah, absolutely. Jpow and Alraz, these guys did honestly pretty well last year in the rival series.
Right.
They made a name for themselves at Stromboli, doing really, really, really well. And they had Andy and Heck, and really the whole deal was that they were one of these 4-man rosters,
right?
You know, where these guys, they could switch out Andy or Heck at a moment's notice. Now. Ooh. They didn't, but theoretically they could have. And so here they are, Jpow, Alraz here with Alphakep. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'll chalk them a little bit for kind of touting the 4-man roster and that not being a thing. But at the end of the day, Stromboli finished really, really strong. They finished, I think, 2nd or 3rd overall, and they were just real clean. They played aggressively. Now, with the new roster here with Alphakep, I mean, that's more your world. 2 players known for aggressive play. How does Alphakep fit in there?
I mean, normally whenever you have a 2-player rotation where they're super aggro and then you have a 3rd guy who kind of comes in, he is usually the glue and or the guy that kind of fills that role of being defensive a bit more. So if what you're saying is true, because I really don't know much about those 2 guys.
Sure.
If what you're saying is true, then I would assume
Alphakep.
No, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm not saying.
You call me a liar, Turtle?
I'm saying your
knowledge. Why
you
gotta come at me like that, dog?
I'm just saying you got your fancy new hairdo out here. You got the chain. You're kind of scaring me a little bit. And speaking of looking fresh, you got your chain. But look at this. Look at this. You see the Alpine logo? You can't even step to me, bro. We got the new merch out here. It's so comfy. And I'm flexing on you. I'm flexing on you.
No, that's not fair. My package, it came from the other. Oh, man.
You're a disgrace. Exclamation mark merch in the chat if you want to look fresh like this. They're comfy. I'm not going to lie. These are some of the comfiest clothes. And I'm not even just saying that. The sweatshirt, bro, I could sleep in that thing. I want to wear it. If it wasn't 118 outside, I would wear it every day. It's amazing.
118. Why would you live someplace where it's 118?
I didn't choose to be here, okay? I didn't choose to live in the sun, literally directly on the surface of the sun. But it is what it is. Arizona, it's pretty bad. But it's not going to be as bad as how XSET are going to play because we're going to clap them right now. I actually think that this is definitely in our advantage because not only have we been improving every single week in the grid, but also if you paid attention to RLCSX, the main regional event, we made it to stage 2, 3-1. Alpine's looking so good these past few weekends, man.
Here's the thing, bro. If we can zoom out, real quick and look at the league as a whole. When we look at all these teams that are like around the RLCSX, so I was a fan of this. I was a fan of Alpine last season, and they were one of my the couple of teams from rival series that are gonna make some noise thanks to the new format. Right. And we saw Omelet kind of crush it during the offseason, and I was like, oh. I guess they're the team. I really thought Alpine like was going to be what Omelet was during the offseason. And now that we're in it, it seems like that's the case. Like Omelet didn't make it. And here we are, Alpine did. It feels like they almost switched spots.
And we also 3-0'd Omelet, okay? We swept the floor with the boys. We got revenge in week 1. We played against Omelet. We didn't do too great. We ended up taking the 3-0 in the main regional event in RLCSX. And now we're here in the grid to keep the momentum going because we played so well. This is such great practice and also a good setup for this upcoming weekend for Alpine, especially against XSET. I mean, think about last week. We had our first matchup against Sonics. I think that was a much tougher of a situation. And now we're going in with somebody who I think we have all the skill and mechanical advantage over. It's gonna be a good show. Good show.
I agree. So XSET, I would put XSET in the same sort of conversation as like we have these little like sub tiers, so to speak.
Okay.
Like Alpine, Omelet, XSET are all kind of in this same like in between the like they're on their way up.
They're popping off or they're just kind of fizzling out a little bit. They're not as consistent as
exactly. And I think that I think Alpine's at the top of that list of 3, and XSET is on the bottom.
Yeah,
and Omelet's right in the middle. And like they're separated by a small amount, but I do think that separation exists. And that's why I feel favorable coming into this matchup.
Oh, definitely. And truthfully, this is the best type of warm up. We haven't even really done that well in the first matchup in the grid, and this is our chance to start things off with a huge win.
Game time.
It's time, baby.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Yeah. Rocket League has like really gripped me this season. I don't know if it's like I honestly thought the amount of games was going to be too much, but
that's
got me really locked in.
Is it's like with this new format, it's almost you can choose which Rocket League to watch. Hey. And if you're watching this, you're seeing Percy pop off. It was a bit of an own goal, but with the shot placement and how speedy that was off the wall, there's no saving it.
Yeah, just smooth. Nice plays. And I mean, these are the type of it's everybody's first game of the day, right? And so these are the type of plays that you really want to happen on your side because they're kind of easy, but you need to start with a layup. So,
definitely. Well, I mean, what do you expect in the first game too? Because a lot of times these teams, it's the warm up. You're feeling each other out, knowing which play style you're up against. And I'm guessing we don't have the most amount of experience against XSET, especially with the new format. I feel like we're continuously just improving because all we've been facing is these RLCS top tier level teams.
Exactly. And so coming back, I don't want to say down here. This is more
in our zone. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more even playing field, so to speak. I wonder that, like, as a player, does that make you do you play more carefully knowing that, like, oh, this is actually where we're going to be judged? Or do you play, like, more loose, going, like, this isn't G2?
I think it's definitely, it's a confidence booster. Because normally, as an underdog team, once you start popping off and you can take down some of the top-tier teams, you get so much confidence knowing that that's where you belong. So in this matchup, previously you'd be looking at them as rivals, and now you come in with that perspective of, okay, this is a team we should beat because of how well we've been playing lately, and just our placement overall should be at the top. And that's a great touch there. Almost followed up by Percy. Nice little save from Alphakep. But we have had so much pressure this entire first half. Oh, what is that? Ooh, I got scared.
Percy was there. No problem. But yeah, the pressure has been good. That first goal start has really slowed the pace of the game down, and we know that Alpine doesn't mind playing slow.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the great thing is we kind of start to play a little bit slower. At least Alpine will take things into their own control with Majicbear with that 1v1 skill in the midfield. Jordan, Percy a little bit faster when they go on the ball, but I think it's that mix-up that you're talking about that leaves teams a little bit confused on how they should approach Alpine.
That's can you play? So this is extremely slow compared to what we see, at the top level. Is this playstyle, can you successfully play a slow game? Because I'll be honest with you, I like slow play, but it seems to get faster the higher up in skill you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is very evident of the first game. I mean, I wouldn't be super surprised if we see this type of performance and this slower play. Because notice how the ball never really gets raised in the air. Everybody wants to keep this ball very, very low to the ground, focus on the 50s. That's a very common trait that you get out of the first game of a series, especially with teams who are almost rivals. I'd say we're, like you said, in the same kind of bracket right now.
A lot of respect.
Yeah, as XSET. So you really want to play it a bit safer. So it's not a surprise, but I definitely expect this to get picked up towards, you know, maybe game 3, game 4.
Okay, word. Because like I said, Alpine does really well when they're able to like play this control game, and their control game isn't always slow, which is kind of interesting. But if your style is control, you know, you should be able to slow it down like this. And I think that's why we've been able to kind of starve them out.
Yeah, we just saw this crazy play too, where Majicbear kind of own goaled it a bit, or at least hit it towards his net, and then his team followed it up, a team pinch. And now we've got so much offensive pressure. Things are looking so much cleaner. The first game for Alpine and these following weeks have been pretty solid. I feel like it's towards the end that we start to suffer a bit, at least Alpine. But now that we're up against, like we talked about, a little bit of our rivals, I think, or at least I expect this to be a much more clean series from Alpine all in all.
Definitely a change in posture, I'd say. Right. They're confident. You can tell. You know, it's I don't know. That's one of the fun things I think I'm getting out of like just watching more and more Rocket League and learning the game more, is like being able to see like body language, almost like car language.
Yeah, exactly. Car language. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, like that's real, and like you can tell that these guys are like a little bit more confident than we saw in week 1 and week 2.
I mean, just look at the plays they're going for. Jordan is much more confident to take that corner play.
Yeah.
Go off the backboard for a little bit of a double touch. And I feel like it can be a very good thing because, first of all, we're getting goals like this. Majicbear crashed in the net. And I talked about it earlier, those solo plays that Jordan was able to set up, right? I think it was Percy in the corner anyway, going for the double tap. Waste more time, and it also lets you set up more clears like this that go across the net.
Man, XSET was just a hair too slow on that one, right? Like Alphakep coulda, shoulda, woulda, but strong play from Pine.
And look at this though, we got 17 seconds left, 2-0 Alpine. It's the solo plays, Majicbear 2 again in the corner. Instead of trying to force that out to his teammate, he's totally comfortable with taking it himself. So I think this is a big statement to how we've been playing and improving over the past few weeks, because I think if this was week 1, we would not be going for a lot of these individualistic plays we take here in game 1.
Yeah, exactly. Just strong confidence here. 2 goals to none, and really like it's me and Turtle are real calm, cool, collected. That's exactly how the team looks. This looks routine.
We reflect their skill. Okay, that's how combined we are with our players. We reflect how they're playing. You know. You can do it in the casting. That's right.
Oh, are you saying that you are as good of a player as Percy?
I never
is that what you said?
I'm saying the casting
as good as them?
mirroring how they're playing. Okay, what are you trying to do? Stop trying to like, you know what? You're setting me up for failure. It was last week.
No.
For week 1, we were kind of, you know, nice to each other. And then week 2, you just came out of nowhere. Now I'm kind of surprised by your personality has, you know, kind of unfolded here after.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just here to watch some Rocket League.
You disappoint me. I'm about to call your mom and tell her what's
what. Well, I mean, she would be very nice to you because she's.
My grandma was actually gonna watch this stream, by the way, but she was getting eye surgery or something, and now she can't even see. So she's she'll be fine. Okay, she's not completely fine.
Okay.
Eventually, that took a dark turn. I didn't mean to set it up like
with that. No.
I'm saying things are gonna be okay, but I'm just letting you know the pressure isn't on right now because my grandma is not currently watching. But next week she'll be back. She'll be back with 20/20 vision. No worries, bro. No sweat.
All right, that's fair. Okay, good. Let's get in the game
happy about that
and wish grandma, you know, get well soon and all that. Like, jeez, I thought that got really dark, man. I was really upset.
I told you right away it was fine. My grandma's totally fine. Okay, we don't need to worry about her. But what we do need to worry about though is in our same is in Group C and D. Okay, Space Station is in our group. They obliterated us in week 2. That was
they should.
We made it to playoffs. I mean, come on, bro. Alpine, with how we've been playing lately, we're only on the up and up. That's what I was gonna say. Okay.
Absolutely.
We're gonna take them, at least take a game or 2 off them if we will meet them in semis here?
I mean, they.
What is this belief? You're supposed to believe in the boys.
I believe that Typical just might be the best player in North America. Okay,
Sure.
like,
Sure.
like you know, Space Station is
right.
Here's what I'll say. Space Station is supposed to beat Alpine, and it's like, you know, this is where coaches especially get really excited. In my experience, talking to like pro players from across different games, like, the players don't mind. Nice job. The players, like, you know, some players are really into it. Some players get afraid, like playing up against like the hard mismatch. Coaches always love it. Like, this is the like
their time to develop their players. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the moment for the coaches. So I'm sure Miztik loves running into Space Station over and over and over again.
But look at the placement, okay? If we come in with this kind of shooting, we've had so many shots in just the past minute. First, look at the accuracy. He sees the defender jump up, and he knows if he slots it right under him in the bottom left, it's a for sure goal. Great patience to approach the ball slower there. This is what I'm talking about. Alpine, in week 1, I even remember talking about how it felt like, you know, our shooting was so off, and I just felt like if we put ourselves in the free play training, in the custom training a bit more, all 3 players, you know, then we start to see a difference. And I don't know if that's what happened. I don't know if the scrims maybe have helped us pop off, but either way, our shooting is on another level.
It's again, this slow, controlled play style is. I don't know if it's considered lame or not. Like, I don't know if this is the Jigglypuff equivalent, but like, I love this. I love this. This is totally. Listen, I play like counterspells and Magic. I play boring stuff. And
we were talking about baseball earlier, and how baseball is like the most boring sport that ever existed, and you enjoy that because it's like
baseball.
You got to have a different approach. I'm sorry, bro, I can't watch baseball.
It's turn-based. It's like a board game, right? So it's like playing Civilization or something, right? When you have like. We used to MLB Showdown was a sick card game. I'm getting besides the point. Like, there are so many different decisions to be made, like in the moment in baseball, and then you like press the button to roll the dice or whatever, and it goes one way or the other. And then you combine that with a little bit of physicality, and then you can do it. It's awesome. I don't know. I really like specialization. I really like strategy, and baseball gives me that.
Well, and you talked about the idea of how you have the time to figure out what your next move is. And usually in Rocket League, I describe it as an esport that is very reactive. You are going based off your instincts. There is almost no time to think. But like we were talking about, with playstyles like this, we noticed how slow this game has been. At least in game 1, it was so grounded. And yeah, exactly. We get to decide and have little decisions that we normally wouldn't get in a higher paced lobby.
Yeah, and the way that Alpine's been able to control this situation, like, one of the things you mentioned that they were having some problems like shooting here. I mentioned, I forget if it was week 1 or week 2, that it seemed we just didn't have control of the ball on offense. Like, our time on the opponent's side of the field was just low in comparison. And a complete turnaround here in this set versus XSET. Ooh, Percy a little high.
So he's nuts. If you were paying attention, and his I'm not talking about you. You always pay attention. I'm talking about the viewers. Okay, in the last 30 seconds, he got this nutty clear. I don't throw you under the bus like that.
I didn't take it that way.
No.
But no, the fact that you feel that you had to mention that, I don't know, man.
No, it wasn't. That's not what I implied. But Percy, not only has he been shooting well, but his defensive clears, man. He has been getting up to the ball so fast. And I saw somebody in chat last week compare Percy to Typical. Okay, that is a good comparison to have. And I would have to agree. I think Percy has the foundation and that initial skill to become the next Typical. Look at him. Look at my boy go. Look at my boy go. I mentioned him, and he pops off. He doesn't even need to get that final shot as long as he gets a demo. There's one demo, and then he follows it up with another.
Look at Jpow running after this like it's his little dog. Like, please come back here.
See, I thought Percy got the demo there, but he actually sacrificed his body. I appreciate that.
Oh, man. 25 seconds to go. 2 goals is possible, but I'm feeling kind of comfy.
Yeah. I mean, our defense, stellar, out of this world, because our clear, look at this clear from Majicbear all the way down the field. Is there anybody to even receive it? I think not. And we get the demos while rotating back on defense. And I think it's those layered plays, like those demos when we're rotating back. Oh, no. As I'm talking about them. Okay, no more casting.
No,
we're good. We're good. Absolutely not even close. Not even close.
Chilling.
But there's little details that you can see in our play that we wouldn't have done in week 1 and week 2, and it's got to be the practice against all the top dogs, man. That's the only reason.
Also, Miztik. Are you saying that Miztik didn't really do anything for the team?
See, stop trying to find hidden intention behind my words, okay? Miztik is a legend. Every time I see that man tweeting, he's so positive. You know, I can only imagine him being calm. It's just like, you know what? You'll get it next time, guys. And complete good vibes from that man.
I mean, the real reason that Pine is doing well today.
Right. Okay. Lay it on me.
Hard carry Creamz.
I forgot about my boy, Creamz.
Hard carry Creamz.
We interviewed him, and he was like so quietly confident. Whenever we were talking to him, he was just like laid back with his hat on, just chilling the whole time, just answering the questions so nonchalantly, but like a god. It was great to see. But 2-0 so far in this series. You know, we haven't even let up. Have they scored a single goal? I don't know. XSET. We're destroying them, blowing them out the water.
0-0. Nah, Creamz, you killed it. Couldn't tell you were nervous.
I'm not roasting Creamz. What the heck?
Yeah, no, that's not it. No.
I'm saying he was handling the pressure.
Yeah, no.
So
no roast.
Like
no roast.
Exactly.
No roast.
So, but if things keep going this way, like I said, we've got Space Station and Pittsburgh Knights on the other side of quarterfinals. So we'll obviously play one of them in semis. If it goes the way we expect, we'll see SSG in semifinals, and we'll get a rematch from playoffs that we probably won desperately from last week.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a nice kind of look around, so.
Oh, no. Oh, my. See, right whenever they get a shot, an opportunity, it's that last rotation, like Percy in that instance, where he cuts in, realizing there's going to be a shot. Instead of just going for the simple rotation all the way back post, he's actually aware of where this ball is going to go, and it's so much better, I'll tell you, than week 1 and week 2. We are really on the up and coming as a roster, bro. These guys, I can't explain it.
And so is that more on the communication end? Majicbear.
I think it's the confidence part, honestly.
Like this is just a confidence shot right here.
Can you get a more accurate shot too, Majicbear?
That's the key there. That, you know, that's the player angle there, is like just finding that perfect shot in that corner that I think a lot of people just wing it in that direction and get it blocked.
Yeah. Well, normally, and finding that angle was pretty tough because you have to get it around that defender who's also trying to get the challenge on. So again, our shooting is up there.
Improvement for sure, man. Yeah, they are scoreless every single game so far. We've been able to grab the first goal and then hang on, and even find secondary follow-ups. So.
Yeah, just like that one from Jordan where he hits it off the backboard. Beautiful little display there. But look at this passing, though, from XSET. That is where they get a little bit dangerous. And again, it's that cut and rotation as that third man coming back. And you mentioned it earlier where if that comes down to communication, I think personally, if you're going to cut rotation like that and go towards the middle, as that's a good pass, that's going to be it. The one goal we can see. Exactly. That was a good play so far from XSET. Not much we could do. We had a challenge for every single pass. We were just a little bit slow, like with Jordan on that approach there out of the net. It needs to be just slightly faster, slightly more predictable.
I also feel like that's the Rocket League gods just giving it to them, because the attempt that they had on that last goal was so perfect. Yeah. And like, you know, the Rocket League gods, they were like, yo, that was dope. We'll give it to you, bro.
It's like, you know what? We'll slow down Jordan a little bit on the defense just for you, man.
All right, so we got a series here. Let's go. I'm excited.
Are you happy that we're not going to sweep them, F-Dot? What is this? You want to see good Rocket League? How dare you?
Wait, you said not going to sweep them like the game is already over. Why are you counting the guys out already? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't said that. You did. So.
Oh no! Please don't do this to me, bro.
I was gonna let off the gas, but I mean, if you're gonna drive us in,
might as well go full force. So we might see a game 5. You never know. Never know, man. But
it's not even game 4. What are you getting at, my guy? Come on.
I'm just saying. We have to reverse Uno.
Toxic.
I'm not worried though. We have been on defense a bit more. It seems like Alpine is getting shut in just slightly on defense. We can't really move this ball out because there's somebody in the midfield like that with a good pass to Alphakep, and then the fake. That is not what we want to see. Not breaking our angles like that. Please don't do that, man. Alphakep, you legend.
Oh,
Stop.
yo, that was so crispy. Oh, I could. That was. Oh no. All right. We gotta get it back. We gotta get it back.
I have so many questions about how you were raised, you know, but I'll save that for another time. Don't worry.
What do you mean?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You know, I would love to have a sit-down conversation with your mom. I just think that would be great.
She's great.
I can understand, you know, her teachings as to how you were raised, what principles she was going for, and how she taught you to completely roast me every single weekend.
Well, I went to 3 schools, so I had 3 principals.
Okay. Not the same thing, but I like the effort.
One of them is your principal.
Oh my god.
That's how you remember which one to use.
But how do we remember to get out of a losing streak? Because right now we're still trailing by 1 goal.
It's not a lose. We have literally won 2 games in a row. There's 90 seconds on the clock.
I'm saying if it turns into that, man. Okay?
We have offensive possession.
Oh no, but the panic play. We're already bumping each other. This is a little bit disorganized. We need to figure out that formation where we have a challenge at every single shot. That's what we've been doing so well, Alpine, early on, was we always had somebody to answer after a pass and get in front of the shot. Okay. Take that boost. Take that boost. Percy took that boost too. We're starving him. This is what I like to see.
Majicbear was an interesting pull-up, but just got it snatched out. It's not great.
On that hit there from Percy, if it was just a little bit more across, going for a pass instead of just giving away possession. So I think we're panicking a little bit. There's 50 seconds left. You can't blame them too much, but I think right now we need to be prioritizing passing a lot more.
Not great.
Oh, what a
nice. It was was there a bump there? Like, that shot didn't seem as strong as it might have been.
Jpow
it's not good.
The boys, this is a good play though. Look at how they are cornering us in. That first touch from Jpow to recover off the wall and then get a shot on net. That was crazy. Again, these 3 goals that XSET have gotten, definitely impressive. It's nothing that we're just kind of giving away for free. They've had to work for them.
I was a little more impressed with the last 2, I think, than the third. Am I dumb for that? Or
no, it makes. I mean, ideally we would have the rotation even on point with somebody coming into the net. But with that first touch, I don't think anybody expected Jpow to still control it off the wall.
Yeah, it just felt kind of out of nowhere. That was a cute little drop there. Completely deading the ball because he knew his teammate Jordan was right underneath it. I liked that. That was a nice play.
But I mean, typical with, you know, a team that we talked about earlier is in our bracket, in our, I guess,
skill range
zone, our skill set.
Respect.
We lose 1 game, okay, but we're gonna bounce back, obviously, because the boys. I think that this is one of those games that you would just take. You know, you panic a bit on defense, you let a few slip ups, nobody in rotation everywhere. Because I talked about it earlier. I feel like as long as we're challenging those shots, we have the speed to match them, and we shouldn't be really worried about that. So I think next game, probably the communication aspect, because if we're getting disorganized on defense, that just comes down to communication.
Comes down to what?
Communication, because they just seem kind of all over the place a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. That game seemed to have like gotten away from them, just not as much as control as we saw before. And from my perspective, learning the game, it seems very like rhythm based and rotation based, almost like how, you know, when things aren't going your way, it's impossible to stop on a dime and fix it. You've got to like find your moment in the conveyor belt, so to speak, to really reverse the rhythm.
That's how Rocket League rotations are a lot of the time. Is it's very rhythmic, like you said. You know, you always be rotating, and you ideally in rotation, you never want to stop. That's what a lot of people say, is that, you know, once you hit the brakes in rotation, that's a bad sign, because then things start kind of getting mixed up. You know, the gears break down a little bit. It gets kind of all out of whack. You start seeing more double commits. And in that instance, with the pressure we were seeing from XSET, which we hadn't seen in the first 2 games, it caught us off guard. Yeah, we had to hit the brakes a little bit, and it ended up kind of having everybody all over the place and in the same space, which is not ideal. So we'll see if we can pick that up here in game 3 or game 4, I believe. Don't do this to me.
Total, what game is it?
It's game 4, right? Yes.
You know, so the way you own this, Turtle, I got to teach you how to like own the own.
No, it's game 4. I corrected it. What is there to own? Oh my goodness.
Not great.
Jesus.
What is this? Just a bad angle? Why
It was that pinch across that was so unfortunate. I mean, a lot of things you'd never want to blame on luck, but with that 50 in the corner, I'm not sure who challenged it on Alpine, but that went straight across.
That looked like an unnecessary own goal from that angle. Like, whoever the secondary player that came in was on our, I don't know. Never mind. We don't need to dive deep into our own goals. If it was the other team, I would be pulling out the whiteboard and everything. Let's not think about it, okay?
Well, it's however that 50 got pinched across that was crazy. So I feel like that's one you just kind of let go a bit. You can't focus too much on it because it was just unfortunate at the end of the day. So we got to move out of defense a lot better. Majicbear trying to get it clear there, doesn't find his teammates, and still worried about where we're trying to position the ball, because you talked about it even early in week 1 and week 2. Like you said, we didn't have a lot of control. When we're moving on offense, it feels like we can't keep that possession and keep starving out the opponent because we're not looking for passes as much.
Shot.
Here's a banger from Majicbear. Was this a pinch? Did we pinch this together? I thought
no, it was a moonshot off the ceiling, on the ground.
Okay. The timing. The timing for Majicbear. See, I saw that banger from the corner from our perspective, and it looked, with how fast that ball was, that it might have pinched off somebody else, but he just timed it perfect with that bounce.
Yeah, that's what I really like seeing in these in Rocket League players. I try to focus on like one skill at a time, so to speak, as I learn, and like watching players have predictive timing. Like Majicbear has to make that rotation going full speed, predicting the ball is going to drop right there in order to make that play, and he nails it perfectly, and the payoff is huge. Like, nobody's blocking that shot. It's a bullet.
Right, and I think that's the momentum we needed to get ourselves back into the series. The last game was something we don't want to talk about too much because XSET, they're coming out with better plays and also starving us a little bit more. But Percy, trying to get back on rotation, almost cuts off Alphakep, who didn't have the shot, thankfully.
That was a bad pass on our side. Right, I think it's easier to see the good passes than the bad passes in Rocket League because there are so many like errant throws. Ooh.
This is one of those things too, man. Like, once you get a crazy play, look at Jordan in net. He has to get that pre-jump save almost, and then you try and recover after one of your players gets a 90 save, but you double commit because both players are panicking. That's where we lose communication. The easiest is in plays like that where we are basically with our backs to the wall. So losing communication in those instances is something that we really need to fix on, because we even saw that last game.
Yes, and I think that's one of the things that separates the great teams from the really good teams, is having the wartime comms, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just being cool under pressure is admittedly one of the hardest things to do for a human being. Like, it's just tough, man. But like, that's what separates it. And this one's we just get beat out in transition.
Yeah, and look at this touch from Alphakep. It's that first touch. I think we don't expect them to keep that first touch close. That's one where Alphakep, you saw him on the wall, he recovered well, kept it close, and then moved forward with a pass. So in that instance, maybe try and predict that he's just going to try and find a teammate, put yourself in that space forward. We kind of just gave them all that room to do something with the ball.
What it seems like, I'm gonna use some terms not necessarily used a lot in Rocket League, but it seems like we have macro control where we're like really good at passing and owning the side of the field, and they're now on the micro control with like individual pass plays, 1-2 players.
I agree, and normally I would say that having the bigger side of control where you're clearing it to your teammate is ideal, but I feel like we haven't even been doing that the past few games. Like, whenever we're going for a clear, it seems like it's just kind of out there and giving away possession.
Yeah, we've definitely lost, like, the level of our grip on the game, I'll say, has loosened, it feels like, from 1 and 2. So I mean, the question is, I guess, like, how do you get that back? And
well, I mean, a lot of it does probably fall on Miztik's shoulders to tell us to keep passing, and if we can get passes like this, that would be ideal. But instead, it's XSET who are executing. Look at this cross pass from Alphakep, who's been the main assister here for XSET.
Yeah, and that wasn't a great angle for Alraz either. He had to really like maneuver there to make that one work.
See, now I feel bad though. Did I cast or curse it earlier on? I'm not sure. We'll never know. I still blame F.
I was just gonna sit. Nope. You know what? It's your fault. I was just gonna sit here and be like, you know what, man? We make jokes, but this is the moment where we stand together as captains, and we disagree.
I will never stand together with you after things that you have said to me. Do you know what you've said to me? I'm traumatized, bro. I talk to my therapist on a weekly basis of what F dot says to me while casting. So
my goodness.
I don't think we can ever be on the same terms. The only thing we agree on is that we support Alpine, and we've got 1 minute and 5 seconds left. It's possible to get 3 goals. We got to go back to back if we want to have a chance.
I thought they were going to score, and that was definitely going to be punishment for you.
You know what? I would have accepted it. I would have accepted it. Jpow not even close. He goes for the double. Man, nothing left in the tank. Now we need to strike. Where's the counterattack, baby?
Oh, man. I feel like... Oh, man. I'm just going to let you do your thing.
Please, no. Oh, that's a good pass in the middle. Percy, I like the slow play, too, and the little chip. This is where we shine. Remember earlier we were talking about the slow play, and we have little decisions that we can make that we normally couldn't? Look at Percy. He has time. He decides to take it slow, a little bit of a mind game, and chips it over.
You're talking about Percy? Did you see Majicbear do a kickflip over this guy? What are you joking? That was insane.
Okay.
Majicbear is a god. Oh.
But the shot, okay, we're not gonna credit the little fake from Percy. No, thank you.
Nice little fake from Percy.
There's a chance. There's a chance. 20 seconds left. We have to score on this next counterattack if we want to have even a possibility. That's got to be the end, man. They are starving us a little bit too well in our corner. But we have some momentum.
We got a demo.
Maybe.
We got a demo.
Please.
Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in.
Yeah, Percy.
Put it in. No.
At least we move on to the next game with some momentum, okay?
All right.
We might have forced a game 5 that I'm a little bit scared of because I might have talked about it earlier.
You did ask for a game 5, Turtle.
And just to keep things more entertaining, I feel like people should be.
We were up 2 games. Alpine,
people should be thanking me. I'm keeping this interesting.
0 goals from XSET, and then Turtle had to come out here and say, you know what? I really like game 5, guys. And now here we are, a tournament point.
Do I actually sound like that? Is that generally how I sound? Because I don't think I should be a caster. If that's the way I sound, I don't know how anybody can even bear to listen to me.
No, I don't think you sound like that. I think you sound like I can't do a turtle voice. No way.
What is happening? Okay, whatever. But game 5, we had better looks though. We had better looks this game. Those 2 goals that yes, we have momentum to build on going into game 5, which gives me some confidence. Because if we had gotten blown out like the previous 2 games, I'd be a little bit terrified. I'm not gonna lie, because Alpine started out strong, lost all whatever energy we had, and then now starting to gain it back.
I feel that. I feel that this definitely fits that narrative. I get that. I don't think you're crazy.
Oh no! Wait, do we see? Okay, never mind.
What?
I forgot. I think the map rotation had gotten a little bit out of order. We were on like Starbase Arc or something. Keep going. I'm sorry. It threw me off completely.
What's wrong with Starbase Arc?
Because it's disgusting. Are you kidding me? It's not a competitive map.
What? Actually, that's a question.
It's massive.
That's the question. Oh, I see. It's different. It's actually different.
You see what I'm looking at right now? Okay,
it's actually different. Because there are regular Rocket League pitches that are disallowed in competitive, right? Because they look funny.
Yes. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just maybe it's a little bit distracting. I don't know with the way you're viewing things. It's never been a problem for me. Since I've been playing, I've always wanted to see a more broad map rotation. But either way, we got some good looking maps here. Manfield Knight. How can you hate it, man? How can you hate it for game 5?
All right, here we go. Oh,
there it is.
Oh, no, it's not.
Dude, Majicbear. Those upper corners, man. He is scary.
Yeah. Okay. Slow it down, boys.
Yeah, this is where we get a little bit scared. Whenever our defense is getting tested like this. Nice little touch there from Jordan, though. It kind of was a pass to their team, but it threw him off slightly. It's all we need. It's all we need, man.
The mix-up, just change that up. Alraz playing into our hands here and like just slowing it down.
Dude, that ball bounced off the ceiling like twice. I have no idea how, but somehow we're holding on.
Just hanging out. Not great. That's fine.
Good decision making there from Percy though. If you saw him on the backboard, he was kind of just waiting it out a bit and knew a shot was gonna come instead of panicking a bit and trying to get a challenge. He just stayed on the backboard, waited for that shot, got an easy save. So we're keeping things a little bit more level-headed with our approach. Oh, Majicbear. Percy.
Oh. Was that?
Hey, the bump. There it is.
Hey-oh.
The bump play. What a way to start. We haven't even seen many physical plays from Alpine, but this is a good start. I thought Percy was going to get that angle, but, you know, he might have missed the shot, but he got the bump. He got the bump.
It's so funny looking. Beep, beep. Why aren't there horns in Rocket League?
That would be great. If you could have custom horns in Rocket League, oh my God, I would love that.
Like, absolutely. They are fumbling the bag. Come on, bro.
I mean, are you the type of guy to get a custom horn on your car though, F-Dot? Like,
not in real life.
Extremely loud. Oh, not in real life. But yet you want it in your Rocket League car. See that?
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust
you.
No, that's a snake move.
Nah, man.
Oh, baby.
That was easy.
Speaking of snake moves, look at us slithering around the midfield. Majicbear, nice little touch there. That's beautiful.
Oh, that is cute. Now, what if when you score that goal, you then, you know, hit your horn? It's like da 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 da, right? Like, that'd be so funny.
That would take all of the seriousness out of any goal, though. But then again, we do have
all of the seriousness.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was looking at. I always view Rocket League as such a serious game, but you're right. There is, in fact, a Santa Claus call. Why? Didn't we talk about this last week? That Santa Claus hat shouldn't exist?
No, I like Santa Claus.
Oh, this sucks. Oh, what a save from Percy. Oh, my goodness. Across the net, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, this isn't great. We do have an insurance goal. One of their funny horns.
Oh, look at the touches in the midfield. Did you see him snipe one of our own players out of the air to keep that possession going? This is crazy.
I didn't see Jordan there. I thought it was just clear to goal. I was like, uh-oh.
We're definitely controlling the field a bit more with our passes. That's what I like to see. You know, we panicked a bit on defense. We didn't expect the explosion of XSET and on their offense being nuts. With Alphakep and his passes this whole series, it's been something to watch out for. But like you said, we got the security goal. We've got more passes in the midfield, and we're just keeping possession, which is what we need to focus on.
This looks much more like what happened. Like game 3 and 4, you know, I don't want to cast this curse us or anything, but like this is much more similar to Alpine's game 1 and game 2, and 3 and game 4. Like did somebody else play the game? Like it just looks wildly different.
Well, I'm telling you, it's just a difference from having intention with your hits. I feel like early on, Alpine, another save from Percy across the net. It's that rotation, perfectly timed. He has the speed, the momentum from rotating into net to get that save. I'm telling you, communication is better. And like to your point, you were talking about what was the change. It's literally just finding each other off of our hits. You know, I feel like that's so underrated and not talked about too much. I feel like I always talk about it, but every single hit, if it can be to a teammate or at least have intention behind it, it's just so much better. Even if the pass doesn't work out, the fact that you can hit it to somebody's area makes the challenge that much easier.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. 1v1.
You don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
Oh!
He was going for the little scoop. The upside down scoop.
That was a nice little smack, though.
Ooh. Oh, no.
I like that shot from Alraz as well. Is there a name for that? The like bicycle kick type looking thing?
Yeah, basically just like a backflip hit, bicycle kick.
Yeah.
Either or works. You don't really have a set thing. It's always hard to time those too. That's why they're so fun to look at because you get so much speed, especially with the dominance too.
Oh, they're so pretty with the dominance.
Oh, baby.
That's what the car's made for.
Look, are you seeing these saves right now? F-Dot, is it just me? Look at these saves. My boys. Every single shot that gets put on net, we have somebody swiping across.
It's been clean. It's like Fruit Ninja.
What? What does Fruit Ninja have to do with being clean?
Well, it's like
oh, the slicing. See, you know what? I didn't get it.
You got there though.
I was gonna say that's a boomer reference, but it's really not.
It's totally not.
It's definitely not. No boomer knows what Fruit Ninja is. That's Majicbear in the final 10 seconds. Look at these 50s, boy. This is what I'm talking about. Wasting time.
Oh, hey,
we forced the game 5. It was entertaining, F-Dot, but we got it.
We did it. We did it.
No, are you serious, bro?
We did it, bro.
F-Dot.
We
have taken game 5, and I don't want to spoil anything, but what I'm looking at right now in the video chat, I'm a little bit, my eyes are kind of bleeding right now. This is not what we expected to see. When we come back to F-Dot, oh my God,
look. What's the matter? This is team pride, bro. You wanted to like joke about your shirt and rub it in my face that you had your shirt.
Who has a
I'm all
Santa
in,
Claus
bro.
hat just chilling? Who has
I'm
a
all
Santa
in,
Claus
bro.
hat just
I'm
right
all
next
in,
to you?
bro.
Did you plan this? Did you plan
I'm all
this?
in,
Genuinely.
bro.
Did you plan this? I have to know. Or did you just have a Santa Claus hat in like your drawer of your desk, waiting for a moment like this? What was the intention,
You got to be prepared, man. You got to be prepared,
bro?
You gotta always be prepared. What can I say?
It even goes with the fit. I kind of
That's
like
what I'm
it.
saying, bro.
It
Have
looks
I
clean.
ever been on
It looks
fly?
clean.
Is that allowed?
So
Come
now
on.
we've started a ritual. Every single game 5, if you don't have a Santa Claus hat on, I will be disappointed. And you will be the one caster cursing us as Alpine takes game 5, the sweep. We almost got it. We got the 2-0. And then kind of threw a little bit. But then game 5, we clutched it out, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
We did get the game 5. We did get the win. We thought, is it going to be Space Station up next? Do we have the bracket just yet?
Let me refresh it a little bit.
Refresh.
Let's see. We got Space Station. Yep. Alpine Space Station. The rematch we saw in playoffs. We got completely destroyed by them.
There it is.
This is gonna be different. We're gonna set the tone this time. First game. I got a feeling, man.
We'll see. We're gonna jump into that in just a little bit. We'll be right back with more The Grid here, Alpine Esports. It's Turtle and me.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.